The new moon in Capricorn comes in just before dawn on January the 3rd. And somehow, the blocks, conflicts and rigidity that made the last 6 months a massive pain have opened to acceptance and a level of ownership. Jupiter's moved into Pisces, and it literally feels like a weight is lifted. Jupiter's okay in Aquarius, where it works to expand the transmission of ideas and technology through the community. But in Aquarius, it can also get anxious, fearful, arrogant, and in a frenzy. Jupiter in Pisces is softer, more forgiving, less involved in right and wrong, and more sensitive to the needs of others. It's important in this new moon because Jupiter is at the midpoint of the nodes, creating a wobble that pricks your conscience. There's something you need to go back to correct, and shifting into a charitable space of goodwill will help. The nodes are moving into Taurus and Scorpio, but here in the last breath of the Gemini-Sagittarius axis, Jupiter opens an opportunity to break a habit or repetitive pattern that messes your mind and stunts your spiritual growth. If you're someone who sabotages your success, keeps yourself small, or thinks about it rather than doing it, this is a chance to change the program. In Tarot, it's the Judgment card. The door is closing down on an absolute ending. A new life is already rising up in the next phase. Jupiter square the nodes is testing you to live up to a responsibility, and if need be, get humble and tie up loose ends so you aren't bringing old patterns into the new cycle. The dynamic of the Gemini-Sag nodal transit since May 2020 spread information, travel issues, knowledge and beliefs to the extremes of polarity. It was important to know, and how the message was delivered went through massive change. Fake news, social media, investigative journalism, Zoom and online school flourished. NFTs began. Facebook became a metaverse. As the nodes shift into the Taurus-Scorpio axis, the next 18 months will highlight a balance between money, work, resources and power, rather than the control of information. For the first time in many moons, the mean guys of Astrology 2021 are starting the year by being helpful, and the usual suspects, Mars, Saturn and Uranus, are showing their best, ready to make up and put things in action. Mars is in Sag, where he's confident, athletic and even heroic. He's beaming inspired focus at Saturn, initiating well-directed action and solving conflict, ready to work within the rules rather than breaking them, but maybe bending them a bit or finding a loophole. Saturn is cooling down Mars's impulsive side, using strategy to achieve goals rather than clashing with brute force. The crunchy Uranus-Saturn squares have begun to ease off, and the fear and division they manifest should ease off with it. Also, Uranus has stopped being quincunxy and is currently delivering a steady flow of self-worth, good feels and acknowledgement from all the unusual places straight to the moon. It's like a flash of respect and understanding coming from where you least expect it, or feeling a connection go in really deep, even if it's a fleeting moment or from an unlikely source. It helps that Juno, the asteroid goddess of commitment, has joined the Sun and Moon in Capricorn, where she has an official role in partnerships and the rules that bind them. At the Capricorn full moon 6 months ago, Juno was dragging the South Node, questioning the balance of equality in key relationships and where expectations weren't met. Now that Juno is free of the South Node and in a powerful place at the head of the table, her commitments and expectations have changed, and she is feeling queenly about receiving the admiration she deserves. Uranus is plugging in to zap the atmosphere with a revelation, and Venus isn't far away, sliding retrograde through the memories of the past to glean the treasure buried there, or to bring them to closure. Neptune is also gifting sweetness and magic to the journey. Mystery can be unveiled with a psychic pull towards what you need to see and where you need to melt, revisit, or rekindle. Pluto and Mercury have paired up, and they're also looking at these commitments and contracts, literally, karmically, and psychologically. At the same time, Mercury, who's at the entrance of Aquarius, is ushering the nodal axis over the threshold and into Taurus and Scorpio. When Mercury turns retrograde on January 14th, it will retrace its steps, crossing over this place 3 times by mid-Feb, continuing the theme of tying up loose ends, going back to right wrongs, and having a blinding insight into a habit, secret, or illusion. The planetary vibe of gateways and transitions has the feel of moving through security screens and gaining access to new levels, or having a guide and the right tools to open connections and secret passages. Mercury can travel through the underworld to relay messages and negotiate deals. So this hookup with Pluto closes the file but releases the information. Buried histories and cover-ups are seen through a new lens. It might also make borders open and close, rules get made and unmade, and data theft and cybersecurity be an issue. It's worth mentioning that Sedna and Ceres are working with the North Node in its transition to Taurus. And over the next 2 months, they will continue to influence extreme weather patterns, food production and supplies, and the development of AI. Sedna's imprint on the North Node at the gateway to Taurus suggests an increase in robotics and automated work processes, paving the way for more rapid acceptance by 2024 when Sedna moves into Gemini. Pluto also changes signs in 2024, shifting into Aquarius, making it an outer planet air sign revolution, transforming technology, communication and transport in a big, big way. I'll be doing a tarot wrap-up of the year and a look at what's going on for 2022 and how we can handle it. But for now, the planets are pushing us past illusion and various disappointments to get to a place of respect where it's due, self-responsibility, clearer expectations, and a more balanced, smoother approach to division and conflict. Blessed be. Peace on earth. I'm Merryl Key, and this is my mystery school. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. If you'd like a consultation or to learn tarot, go to my website www.merrylkey.com.